What is up, YouTube? And today, as you guys see on your screen here, we're going to be looking at a tier list for the artifact selector you can get in-game right now from the Golden Carrot shop. Basically, this event allows you to get a 5-star hero and an artifact selector for this week. Next week, I believe it'll be limited, I think. It might be the week after, actually. So if you guys want to check out my hero tier list, make sure you guys check that out on my channel. Just keep in mind, artifacts, they're pretty hard to make a tier list for because there's so many different units and so many specific scenarios you can use them in. So I just kind of separated these artifacts into tiers in general terms, right? Usually artifacts that have very limited usages will not really be worth it, but ones that you can use a lot are going to be a lot better and higher up for my tier list here. So we have the Busted AF tier. These artifacts are just very strong for what they do. One of the best in their class for artifacts, so definitely worth going for. Next we have the Strong tier, still very strong artifacts, just less used, I'd say. Still very, very strong when you use them, but not as frequently used, and not many characters, or not as many characters can use them. We have the OK and Niche tier, kind of similar to the Strong tier to be honest, but it's mostly going to be for characters that are a little bit more niche. And then we have the Not Worth It, or I don't really know what they do. There's so many artifacts in this game, just at first glance. Like, I can't tell you exactly what Goblet of Oath does. I know it has something to do with like every few turns when you use a non-attack skill, and it's not really used that much, for example. But you know, there might be some artifacts that you use here that are very, very good. But some of them, you know, are probably going to be very, very niche situations. Like one off the top of my head could be something like Cradle of Life, very good for debuffing for certain like Advent side stories, like the best artifact hands down, but just in general gameplay not going to really be used that much. So, and then below that we have the not available tier. You saw I moved Bastion of Hope because it's from the guild shop. Basically these artifacts are either collab, limited, or purchased in game through the guild shop or Hall of Trials and stuff like that, and therefore are not available from the selector. We do have a limited selector coming out in the future, but this is just the regular 5-star selector for the artifacts. So I have 5 artifacts in the top tier. We have Elbrus, Ritual Sword, Golden Rose, Bloodstone Rod, and Sigurd's Scythe. Funnily enough, 4 of these actually have to deal with healing of some sort. Golden Rose, Bloodstone Rod, and Sigurd, all usable in PvP, all very good in PvE as well. Golden Rose and Sigurd's Scythe, pretty similar in what they do. Golden Rose is better for health scalers, Sigurd's Scythe is better for attack scalers. They're both for warriors, so whatever warrior that you need lifesteal for, but you don't want to put on lifesteal set because kind of a waste of a set. Usually warriors need a lot of stats. You just put them on this artifact. Very good for both PvP and PvE. Bloodstone, very good in PvE. Probably one of the best artifacts in PvE because you just put it on a ranger that is a damage dealer, and you really don't need any healing besides Bloodstone. You don't really need to bring a healer at all. You just have your ranger heal for your team while doing a ton of damage and doing a lot of utility for your team. Rod, one of the best artifacts for healing for PvE content, also very good in PvP. You could use it on DN if you use it in PvP right now. You can also use it on Angelic Montmorency and Angelica for PvE, and you can also use it on Tamarin. Elbrus Ritual Sword, only used in PvP, but this artifact is giga broken. It gets hard shut down by Mort, of course, because he stops counterattacking, and also hard countered by Verwana. But if you don't fight those units, this is super annoying to deal with because it has a chance for you to counter when your allies get hit. So anything that AoE attacks your team, you just risk the chance of getting countered. If you guys remember the ML Landy release meta when she was on every single team, first picked, first banned, and she was on counter set in Elbrus, and you just pray that, you know, the counters don't go off if you're against her, and if you have her, you pray that she counters. Yeah, Elbrus was a big reason for that, and this artifact is just super, super strong. It's like counter set for your unit, but even better, right? So yeah, just a super, super strong artifact. I don't know if it's the best because, you know, Mort does counter it, so it's probably like around here, to be honest. Probably the worst of the 5, but still a very good one if you like to play characters such as Bellion, you know, ML Landy, just any knight that wants to counter. Definitely has fallen off, but still a top tier artifact, and will probably make a rise in the meta again soon when another knight that's super strong comes out. Next we have the strong artifacts. You'll see Wind Rider, very good on thieves that like to nuke. So Midnight Galilius, very underrated unit right now. I don't know why she really dropped in popularity, but she's still very good because of the health scaling bruisers, right? This is her best artifact. Same with Janua, very good on him as well. Just those 2 units alone carry this artifact, and you can run this on any other thief that likes to one-shot. Double-Edged Crescent, it's probably the best evasion artifact in the game, so any evasion characters who like to use Double-Edged Crescent thief artifact is going to be very good. Right now, currently, it's not as great, but I do have it up here because when evasion units are good, this is like the best evasion artifact. Shamaja Staff, very good passive Soul Weaver healing artifact, also gives your team effect resist. So it makes it very, very good if you're running certain arena offenses that rely on effect resist with like Arya or Spirit Eye Celine or like Christie as your frontline unit abusing effect resist. Also very good on Rowana, also good on like Maid Chloe. Very powerful artifact overall. Holy Sacrifice, one of the best knight artifacts in the game. When you die, you basically revive. The only thing is you need this at plus 30 to have a 100% chance. So yeah, if you select it and it's your only copy, you're most likely not going to use it because at plus 15, it's only 75% chance to revive, which is still decent. Better, it's going to more likely revive you than not. But, you know, if you don't revive, it's like basically not having an artifact. So it's really, really bad if you don't revive, right? So I think at plus 15, it's not that great, but at plus 30, it's really strong. Idle Shear, just a pretty solid PvE Soul Weaver artifact. If you're looking to speed through content, just have this on your front line. It'll boost your attack damage. Not attack damage, damage dealer, and just do a lot of cycling. Darkblood Keeper, I only have it here because of Tori. Tori is very good on this artifact. I think it's one of her best artifacts, if not her best. Yeah, that's basically it. Shepherd of the Hollow, similar to Double-Edged Crescent, evasion artifact that's very good, just slightly worse, but still very powerful nonetheless. Next we have the OK Niche. Before I do that, let me look at the not worth it I put in. I think all these are like not really worth it, like I mentioned, unless you really want one or you want to use it on a specific character. But looking at the OK Niche, Doctor's Bag, very good for certain content where you need a lot of cleansing. Also good on certain characters like Elena. Secret Art Storm Sword, very good on Green Celine, who's very good in the meta. Also good on any other thief that wants to cut, so even Spirit Eye Celine. Song of Stars, good for Wyvern. That's pretty much it, but it's God tier for Wyvern. Celestine, very good on Soul Weavers, especially once you have that will counter. Very good on Blood Moon Haste. Pretty solid overall. Abyssal Crown, good on mages that you like to AoE with and like to Sunlock with. ML Araminta, Fire Araminta, any mage that you like to just troll the enemy with. Even like ML Roman is very good. Yeah, I use them on my defense team to troll people with this, and it wins a lot of the time, which is pretty funny. So just a very good troll stun artifact. Alexa's Basket, good on Arbiter Villager. He's very good in the meta, so you can just put it on him, and it's very, very solid on him. You don't need this to be maxed out anymore, but you do want it as high as you can because it's RNG. And yeah, just very good on thieves that revive or have immortality built in, like Heiron as well. Etika Scepter, very good for PvE on defense breaking mages, so for like Fire, Tenebria, Ball and Cezanne, and just other mages that you have that defense break on their S2 and S3. It's very solid on them. Also good on any mages that need to cycle very quickly in PvP. In the past, it was very good on Angel of Light, Angelica. She's fallen out of the meta, but if you do pick her, it's very good on her. But it is a niche artifact. Rihanna Uciela pretty much got nerfed, not as good anymore, but still okay. I can't proc twice anymore off like extra turns. It was stupidly broken on like Ran and Payra on defense teams because they could take like 3 turns or 4 turns, which was super annoying. But now it got nerfed, so not as good anymore, but still okay if you want to cheese people. Unseen Observer, very good on ML Politis, very good on Flan. Any ranger with a non-attack skill, it's very, very powerful on, especially ones that take the first turn. And Uberius Dude, very good for PvE content, for warriors just in general that stack a lot of attack. So this is my tier list for artifacts, guys, what you want to go for. Obviously the busted and strong ones are probably the ones you want to go for. You might want to take some of the ones that I say that are not worth it if you really need them to make certain things work. For example here, if you have like a Xenia that you use a lot on defense, you can just take her artifact, it's still fine. If you really need like Dignus Orb, I don't know where I put it, somewhere here. I don't know where it is, it's in this tier here somewhere. Not Dignus Orb, what am I talking about? Time Matter, I think it's called. It's either Time Matter or Dignus Orb, whichever one you use for Banshee one-shot on your Vivian, then you take that one, right? There's like a ton of other stuff you can take. If you want like your Zeo to have more effectiveness as an opener, Bloody Rose is good and stuff like that. So really up to you. So yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.